Hello, your motivational high five community. Sorry for a little bit of a break there. It's been really busy. But it's good to be back, and it's good to be on to episode 62, which I released today. And just like the first 31 episodes, after the second 31 episodes, I present to you the 31-day Rewire Challenge. What this entails is listening to, starting at episode 32, and counting that episode all the way up through episode 62 is 31 episodes. Choosing to listen to one of those a day for an entire month, for 31 days. And the opportunity to rewire our brain as presented in this podcast is a big motivation for this podcast. At the end of every episode, you know this. We say an affirmation. We look into ourselves, a reflection in the mirror of ourselves. And we choose to say a positive thing to introduce, maybe for the first time or maybe the first time in a long time, a healthy, positive voice, a healthy, positive narrative into our lives. And when we choose to strengthen those neural pathways, instead of saying, well, I'm just a negative person, that's just who I am, or I can't do that, or whatever that is, you know. Whatever we're insecure about becomes kind of our default response. We all of a sudden go to these strong negative neural pathways. Well, the way to defeat that is to introduce positive ones and to repeat them over and over again and to reinforce those pathways of neurons. They're like highways. And to reinforce that highway of the way of thinking and introducing and going and choosing over and over again to reinforce the positive ones. Those then become stronger. Whereas they once were like side roads, now they become 2-lane, 3-lane, then 4-lane highways. They become our default ways of thinking. And they are then our path, our road, our way to get to health. And the negative thinking that takes us straight to unhealth become less of the 4, then 3, then 2-lane highways, and they become more side streets. Quite literally, you see that in brain scans. And these pathways can become stronger, they can become weaker, and they're up to you. You can do it. You have the power. And so the 31 Rewire Day Challenge is choosing to listen to one episode a day for 31 days and participating in each day, that affirmation practice at the end of each episode. You know, and if you don't do this with your podcast app on your phone or whatever you use to listen to your podcast, maybe it's an iPad, but hit that subscribe button because you automatically will get new episodes downloaded, and choose to download your episodes. The way the podcast apps work, if you don't know this, even if you download it on your phone, yes, it takes up some space, but once you listen to it, it jumps out of your episode queue, and the next time that your podcast app refreshes, it'll delete that episode. So it might take a day or two, but that space on your phone will not be used up by the episode anymore. The reason why I asked you to do that, it's really helpful for podcasters to gauge the popularity or the growth of the podcast. And not to mention hitting that subscribe button and downloading episodes actually helps in the ranking of the podcast. So if you really like this podcast, it's been helpful to you, that's a way that you can help me. And it's much easier to participate in this 31-day Rewire Challenge if you download the episodes. You don't have to go scrolling through and find it and then stream it. You can just look in your episode queue, scroll down to where it is, and start there. The next day, you just do the next one. And once you listen to it all the way through, it'll be deleted off your phone. Episodes 32 through 62, if you are doing it, email me. Let me know. phil@thestoryshop.tv. I want to hear from you. And now I'm excited to have you listen to episode 62. It's a little different. As always, thanks for listening and thanks for the support. I hope you have a great day. Okay, goodbye.